Hello again. I'll be brief with this one because it's a bit windy and it's messing with the microphone and the sound, and the weather's closing in. Now, I know Simon Sideways made a video about this issue, but I think I'll give my tuppence anyway, and I encourage you all to do the same, because the more people speak out against this nonsense, the better. And that's what it is, it's nonsense. Do you think our World War II heroes fought and died the Nazis, went through 5 years of hell, 6 years of hell, and so the generations after them, their grandchildren, great-grandchildren, would be barred from entering places because of their skin colour? I don't think they did. If I was them, I wouldn't be happy. And I would think me fighting the Nazis was a waste of time if that's the case. It's not what I want my grandchildren and the future of my people to live like. But that's what's happening. Now, there's a play in London called The Slave Play. It stars Kit Harington, the guy who played Jon Snow in the Game of Thrones, and by all accounts he really is as dull as his character. But for 2 days, while this play is showing in London, they're going to ban Caucasian people from attending, so that, and get this, ticket holders can avoid the white gaze, whatever that means. I mean, I interpret that as not only racist and discriminatory and bigoted, but I'm lost for words. People who don't like to be looked at by Caucasians in a country and an island that is populated 74% with Caucasians. We are the majority here. We have been for centuries. And now they get so offended by us existing on our own island that they've created this sort of apartheid. The only people concerned with skin colour are racists, and they're the racists here. These people who promoted this 2-day event for this play, and the people going along with it, I would suggest to you, if you are offended and triggered by my demographic, then you know what to do. There are things that I don't like. I have phobias. I don't go near them. There are films I don't watch because one in particular makes me really sick, to the point that, and I've never told this to anyone before, but I can't eat for days afterwards. It's disgusting. It is not porn, by the way. This is an old horror movie from the early 80s. I won't mention it, but it makes me sick. So I don't watch it. And it's triggered me just fucking thinking about it. But if I don't like something, if something triggers me, I keep away. So, I mean, considering the fact that Lee Anderson MP, soon to be Reform MP, I believe, has just been reported to the police for racism regarding his comments about Islamists, and then this happens, MPs are falling over themselves, all over themselves. They can't do enough but talk about this in Parliament at the moment. It's dominating politics, and yet this blatant act of racism, anti-Caucasian racism, is happening on their doorstep in a London theatre, and not one word about it. This is a travesty. This is against the law. Surely it's against human rights. I mean, there would be, I know for a fact there would be black people also disgusted by this. It's not the way to go. This pushing us backwards, not forwards. It's not progressive, and it's not democratic. I am a Caucasian, obviously. I'm a former soldier. I fought for this country. I've been in various theatre of operations. I've come under contact. I've been blown up. All for this country and my people. Well, we were duped, weren't we, with Iraq and all that, but still, I was there, I signed up, I did my bit. But because of my skin colour, I wouldn't be allowed to go and watch this play for 2 days. Because there are people who live here get triggered by people like me. Does that make sense to you? It doesn't make sense to me, not one bit. And yeah, I do find it offensive. And if you do speak out against it, then you are seen as the oppressor, and the racists and the triggered people are seen as the victims when they're not. And honestly, if you don't like it here, if my people and I trigger you, if you want to avoid our so-called white gaze, then don't let the door hit you on the arse on the way out. I think that's the common sense approach, isn't it? Racism swings both ways. It really does. And it seems to be open season all year round on Caucasian people, and I don't like it one bit. I don't think this is progressive. I don't think this is moving forward. I think this is all more to do with revenge and petty historical issues. Do we really need to go there again? Segregation, apartheid? No, we don't. I don't want that. I really don't. So I leave it with you guys. Please speak out against this. The play is called The Slave Play. It's in London. And I urge you all to boycott it. Well, you've got no choice, have you? If you're banned from it for 2 days, you can't boycott it, don't you? Blimey. Oh dear, what a mess. What the hell has this country come to? It's a joke, isn't it? It really is a joke. Anyway, I think it's time to rain. The best pub home. Thanks for joining me on this walk. I've enjoyed it. And I'll see you again next time. I'm Past 49 and Roger Trout.